Hey guys, it's Scotch for
What are we doing? How long have we been on? I had no idea. We just sit here and, still
Contemplating.
Sean had me look up the French Fencing Federation lightsaber duel.
Is that what we're starting with?
No, I just thought I'd look that up.
Now you're stuck on it.
That was our Ron Swanson gold thing. We just moved.
You
for
should-
Like an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Slowly takes it.
Yeah, exactly.
You should watch him throw down,
I
man.
bet they're pretty good.
Welcome to Thursday night.
How you doing?
How is, buddy?
It's been a busy week,
Look at his
guys.
glasses.
What? Dude, where you at?
Come on, man.
Bring it. Bring it.
Bam! Who are these? Are
Check
Cheers,
these
everybody.
out, guys.
Spices.
You know what I like about these? They have a stem so I can hang them because I don't have any more room at the bar.
There's no
So
more
you
shelf
can-
space.
What up, Scott? Bob H. Bob,
Hello,
thank you
Bob.
for the
Thank
glasses.
you.
They're very
DFU.
nice.
You know what I like about these? They hold 7 ounces.
They're dangerous for a show and pour. Ooh, where'd
Got all
that come
kinds of
from?
That is a burn.
Did that come from Kansas?
Maybe. Who knows?
Pokey Bear's on. Holy
I
cow!
did say
Cheers,
he was very
man.
good.
What's up, man?
What's going on,
Crazy
brother?
quarter of malt.
Good to see you.
How you doing,
He's
sir?
like
Charlie
this-
Ashworth.
Wasn't he like the second person we had on the screen?
Amy. Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton's on?
Hillary Clinton?
Awesome.
Hey,
What's
Hillary.
up, Hillary?
Man.
I didn't know
Can
you were a Scotch
Can
fan.
you do us a favor and tweet this?
Put this on your Instagram account. So
Let's
Tell
blow
Trump I
this
said
thing up.
hi.
Dude, if you tweet this, we would blow them up.
There's a lot of politicians that like their Scotch. I know.
Exactly.
All right,
that
boys.
was a really
What's
good.
what's everybody drinking?
Going. 20.
I am drinking what you're drinking.
Long Grow Sherry Cask,
What?
distilled
They're
2003,
finishing up the
bottled in
samples.
July of
Okay, we're
2018.
good.
You should get some.
14-year-old,
He didn't get any.
57.8% ABV. This was sent from Travis Faircloth, who just got on and said, "What's up, fellas? Check out what I'm drinking, Travis. It's a Long Grow,
Me
and
too,
it
brother.
is
It's good.
stuff.
Yes, here I saved a wee bit if you'd
Yeah,
like.
you're gonna want some of that, brother.
57.
I'm killing this Pete week that we've had sitting around for a minute because I wanted something a little bit
It's
smoky,
actually-
and this qualifies as a little bit smoky.
Once a year, right?
Once a year, 1 week
It's
out
got
of
a
the year.
nice barbecue tint
It
to
does,
it.
doesn't it?
Coins,
It reminds me a little bit of the Valley.
And from what I've been told, this is the secret ingredient for monkey shoulder, the smoky monkey.
Oh,
That
that,
makes sense.
that does make sense.
They use Balvenie in the
Right.
monkey shoulder, so
So that's a smoke. That's
So
a.
that makes
That's what I've
And
been.
that
so
explains.
basically they just
That's what
put
I've
in
been
the
told.
one ingredient and make it smoky, and that's the peak.
And that explains why it's a very small release.
Right.
Because they don't make it once a week. They can't.
Right,
They can't produce
right.
enough.
So
Oh, I gotcha. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's a
Yeah.
limit. They
So
only have limited supply
yeah,
of
because
that.
it's only released in the UK to on-premise locations.
Ooh.
So they're the only ones that get it, except for us in September.
So,
Nice.
sidetrack here for a second. Just curious, just FYI, we're going to talk about Macallan in just a second, but be curious to see if you're new to the show. This is your first time seeing us because of Macallan, because it's kind of blowing up right
It is
now.
kind of blown up.
Love to know. Just say, I'm a newbie or whatever.
We're happy to
Chat.
have you here.
We'd like to talk to you and say how you're doing. But welcome to the show if you are new.
Right.
We are the 4 Dummies. Dummy 1, 2, 3, and 4, and
I'm Andrew.
we're still dummies.
Sean. Drew.
We're supposed
Mark.
to decide though.
Yeah.
What, Eric? You got kidney stones? Are you kidding me? You need to drink more Scotch, buddy. Break that
Bust
shit
them
That was
up.
all that. Yeah.
Bust them up.
Yeah,
It's been a long
that's
week.
gonna be rough,
It
man.
has.
So I-
It
I-
has.
Yeesh.
I see Mark is opening a pop and cork on a no name.
Nice.
Oh, is he really?
Compass box, no name.
Very
awesome.
cool.
That's a very good one. Did we? We almost picked it up, didn't we?
Well,
somebody did.
I
we-
did.
We had it in our hands.
We had the review. It was one of our best reviews ever, probably,
Right.
and the sound didn't work. Right?
Yeah,
Is that
No,
it?
it quit
No.
recording like after 7 minutes or something.
Yeah. And we were
Yeah,
like,
no.
that was the best video we've ever done. We're gonna stop after this one.
Yeah. Drop the mic. We're
And they
quitting.
were like, it cut off.
so we
didn't
keep
get it.
going.
So we
yeah,
kept on
Two-
drinking.
By then we
years
were too
later-
drunk to do it, and
Yeah. So
That's how it works. Yeah.
we do need to reach out to Mr. Field, Pete, and
Yeah.
we need to talk to him about the upcoming.
Yeah, because there's a
Yeah.
no name.
Yeah, there's a no name
Out.
2 coming out.
we've
this year,
been
guys.
told.
September.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to that. So we'd like to
Andrew.
get a little sample of that and do a review. That would be all right.
Absolutely.
Do you want to talk about our
Let's.
Our
We sure can talk
review
about
this week?
I mean,
It was a
Yeah,
fire
it
sale.
It wasn't really a review. It's more. I guess it kind of was. But
It was review-esque.
guide,
How about
comparison.
that?
beginner's guide.
definitely a different format for us.
More of an encyclopedia of Scotch, if you will.
It was fun. It was insightful for me.
I learned
It's
a lot.
really it's
It was
fun to
fun.
do it
It
that
was.
way.
Yeah, because we started with Mac 12 and we've kind of been down on Mac for a while. But then when you got that whole line out there and you were really able to analyze what they're doing, it was like, wow, they're killing it.
Yeah,
they
I mean,
really have some nice stuff.
So
There's a method.
Exactly.
Well, and it's interesting tasting a vertical flight of anything.
It's,
Right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we've done Talisker at whiskey shows a couple of times, and we've done Glenmoe's and Balveni's, and it's interesting to taste an entire lineup and see the similarities and the differences, and just kind of compare and contrast. So it was a fun little pseudo review, I guess. I hope it's helpful. It was interesting for me just because. Just going back through their lineup because they've got a lot of stuff. They
That's
really
kind of right.
do.
I almost feel like we need to do that with HP now because HP's just got me freaking dizzy. They're so damn confusing.
There's so many bottles and there are so many non-age. They just pick up some random Viking god and name something
right,
after them.
they've got these new names, and but guess what? The names, some of the new names are the same juice of the 12 or the 15.
Right.
It's just we're just
That
going to call it
stinks,
something else.
yeah.
And it's like, man, now you've confused the crap out of me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
It was
So-
interesting. I really had no idea how much Macallan was out there. Like just the different, series, right? There's a ton. There's like, and we honestly we didn't cover it all. There's a couple of series we didn't even get to because one we didn't have it, and
But I think we got a chance to cover a lot of the more common bottles that you're
Exactly.
likely to
Yes,
see.
exactly.
And so I think that we're going to try and do some more of those kinds of guides on some of the more common brands.
Right.
Just because a lot of people that get into Scotch, it is overwhelming. And the reason we started the channel was to help with that. So I think having some definitive,
kind of get back to our roots a
Flights.
little bit.
We could
out
do
there
we
would
could do
be
Johnny
interesting
Walker,
to
We
do.
could do Doers. We could do J&B.
Yeah, it's all about how you word it, right? But yeah, to
Yeah.
your point, it's
Why do you always go cheap, man?
He's a cheap
Because
guy.
he's cheap.
So,
I'm pretty sure that
but it's the cool thing about it is it's almost like when we first started. It's about going to liquor. Just imagine yourself going to a liquor store, and there's still people out there that go, I have no idea what to get. Those regular reviews are good for that, and so are the rest of the tubers. I think what we're doing now, also with the Macallan series and a few other ideas we're talking about, is almost like the intermediate piece of it, where you may have had a few of these here and there, but you didn't know about what all they could do, or the family, or some other things about it. Some more trivia or just some facts. So I think we're kind of more of an educational series, I guess.
It was educational for me.
Yeah.
I mean, being able to sit down, especially with Macallan, because they have a lot of stuff. So just kind of sorting through all that and figuring out what they've got going on.
I had no idea that it
is
was
a
actually
lot.
grouped into different subsections,
Categories.
categories.
Right.
Right.
So you got, single cask, double cask, triple cask, 12, 15, 18, and all those. I mean,
Right. So right there's 9 bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12, 15, 18, 21,
Travis, you're
25,
right.
but-
It does. The peat does mask the funk on that long growth.
Hogan says in our review he found out he's probably a Max 6 man. Now what? Well,
Those aren't that big. It's not that expensive. I mean,
I don't smell sulfur in a Travis. I smell barbecue sauce.
See, I got a hint of funk on that, but it didn't bother me.
No,
I
I
like the
just
funk.
can't get past
all
the
right.
barbecue.
I like the funk.
oh,
Did
yeah,
you
there
try
is
the
some
other
funk
ones
in there.
though?
No, I'm taking my time with this one. I really want to
There
get
is a
into
bit of funk. You just right on the nose out of the bottle.
I'm digging the new glasses
like
though, Bob. So get a coin. The coin still
Yeah, the
fits.
coins fit perfectly
Does it?
on there.
Just barely, but yeah, it works.
Well, then it's the best of both worlds because
See,
it's a big glass that fits the coin. I'm a big fan of these.
I'm a big fan too.
We just need some Scotch for Dummies ones. That's
You know,
all there is to it.
you know what I was weird thing I was going to come up with is, so I'm kind of the dude that manages the inventory, and we are completely out of stock on some of the first fill coins. The Wheelhouse and the Scotch Whore coins completely out of stock. There are a few of the burnt toast and
Sure.
marzipan,
Marzipan.
but those are running up fast. People want to get one first fill before they're gone, and those are running out fast.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in getting those, get them soon
Did
because they're about
somebody
out.
did somebody snag the Macallan 6 coins yet?
Nope.
They're still out there? Wow.
The coins we used for the Mac Mac number 6 review was
Secret
0.100.
Speyside Mac.
That one right there. That one's, you'll hate it. I'll drink
Give
your
me that
share.
bottle of water, would you please? I was going to ask you, Travis, which one I should go to next. So
They were both good. All three of them were
That
good.
Secret Space Ice good. We had last week. Sean and I partaked in a few different.
Yeah.
samples.
I didn't realize it was just you two. I honestly stayed true to my word. I'm like, I'm not coming over to the
You
show.
did.
I'm going to bed. I got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So
Man, we were killing samples like John
We
Wick.
did. So I have Old Perth 12 year, distilled in 2004. Single class blend.
Well, there was something left.
Squeeze it.
Macallan
Squeeze it.
Highland Park. Okay. 43.9%.
It's tasty.
early
Oh,
times.
Sherry.
Scott's drinking early times.
Really?
Feta
I used to drink early times in college.
Maybe Scott's feeling reminiscent, man. He's trying to.
Early times and
That's good.
the occasional malt liquor.
Oli.
You got to have the OE occasionally, or the Crazy Horse. Occasionally Crazy Horse, because they had the cool glass bottle.
Did you do the Edward 40 hands or something?
No.
Adam's
man.
drinking a newly cracked 90 Paul Blair. What's Mike when you
What?
did?
Wow.
Paul Blair, please.
Yeah, no kidding.
Friday Eve.
Hey, George, good to see you. Mr. Kaplan.
Cheers, George.
Yeah, good to see you,
Scotch
Cap.
Comics,
Actually,
good to see
something
you
be
on.
coming your way here soon. We were just talking about it tonight. You got to get
Lewis?
Got a couple
Yeah.
somethings.
the samples to go up
Oh, to
to
Amy,
George's
yep.
wife. Yeah.
So
We got delayed with
Yeah.
illness and my forgetfulness, but we got you guys covered.
Yep. So the Malt Man Secret Speyside, August 2002 to September 2018, natural color. Meadowside Blending Company, 51.8%. What's
Stephen Connor is
16-year-old.
drinking a little bit of Ben Nevis 21. That sounds really good, but I'm afraid of Ben Nevis now thanks to Hoagie Bear.
I
No.
bet it's fine.
I know Scott really likes it.
Yeah, Hoagie sent us a bottle of that. And it
Ooh,
was
look at that color.
off.
Hoagie wants to know about the Offerman.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So
Any news regarding it?
I did not get the autograph. I did not have a chance to meet him. I was able to slip a Scotch Whore t-shirt along with a Scotch Whore coin to him. And I know he got it because I have a picture of the person that gave it to him, that muled it to him. A picture of him giving it to him. So I've been watching his Instagram, hoping that there's a picture of him wearing that shirt somewhere around.
You
But
sent it to us?
I don't know. I didn't have a chance to meet him. I know that at the event, you guys, it was a fundraiser for cancer awareness, and he was supposed to sign a bottle of Lagavulin for the auction. He ended up signing 2 bottles. One was a bottle of 16, one was a bottle of 12. The 16 went for $7,900 or $8,000.
Wow.
And the 12 went for $3,500, which I thought was hilarious because I would have rather had the 12. But
Damn right.
technically, I think I would have rather had 16 because I wouldn't open them either because I mean they're signed by Nick.
You know how many
Hoffman,
bottles of Max 6 you can get for that kind of money? It's
right?
one.
One. The answer is one.
Yeah.
But it was a good event. But no, I did not have a chance to. Now the irony is, had Drew gone, the person that went in your stay did meet
Yeah.
Nick Hoffman.
We got invited that night. Family was in town, but they're friends of ours. So they, hey, we're going to go. I'm like,
Ooh.
I'd love to, but. So, yeah, some
That
friends.
McCown? Yeah, I
Yeah,
got a
friends had to go.
little splash in the glass right now.
See, I don't smell no McKellen funk. Is it really McKellen in there? Is that what that's
Heavily rumored.
heavily rumored? I'm gonna deny the rumor and say it's
How old is
false
it?
because I don't smell any silver.
Well, but we found once you get to about 18, it's gone.
Yeah.
How
Well,
old is it?
16,
In the late teens, you're there.
but it's
Was that the-
all 16 in a first
What?
fill sherry butt. So maybe
This is
there's
a Scotch horse signal.
you rang.
You rang. Hello.
You flirting over there?
Travis says it's McAllen.
Like he knows. I mean, come on, Travis. Why would you know?
I don't know. That dude knows stuff.
I
And
know.
I'm telling you, he sends me Facebook messages and he's like with a link, and you're kind of afraid to just click the link. You don't know, you click it and you start reading and you're like, how did you find
You're in the
this?
bowels of the
Wait,
dark
yeah.
web.
You did dark web.
Did you tell him what we got today?
No. Did I tell who what?
Travis. We got in the mail.
No.
Like Glendronix.
Oh no! I don't know if he capitalized on that. Travis, did you happen to capitalize on that Abbey whiskey fire sale in the Glendronach 21 Parliament? I know they did. This guy right here did.
I got one. I got.
So I sent that. I sent the link. I texted it to these guys, and I'm thinking I just want to get their awareness so we can put an order together and save on shipping per bottle. Sure. So finally, 5 minutes later, comes time for me to go out there. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm good for 2. And Drew kicks back. Oh, I already ordered mine. I'm like, you freaking idiot! You ordered 1 bottle, so you paid full shipping for 1 bottle.
You always order 2.
Reach to the phone and smack you.
No. Here's the deal. And I can completely confess after the fact that was a dumb move. But there was a reason why. Because last time it happened, I'm so afraid if you're not quick on those things, they go like that.
They go fast.
So I was like, don't.
But you got to hit the 2.
Right. I know.
Yeah, he did.
Which probably takes us to our next topic, right?
Which takes us to our topic of the evening, right? So we want to talk and get a conversation going, guys. So I know there's tons of side conversation, but about purchasing whiskey online. I know most of you have done it. I can't speak for everybody. I've done it quite a bit, but there's a lot of information, and it's a changing, evolving marketplace. Really, it is. Honestly, a year and a half, 2 years ago,
it's the Wild West out there.
It really is. I mean, you can stumble on a mom and pop store, has no idea what the hell they have, and you can find a great deal, or you can be like, why are you charging $500 for the bottle I can buy at the liquor store for $50? What the hell what do you think you have? Someone lied to you. Your distributor is screwing you. You know,
or you end up thinking, you know what, I'm getting a great deal on this bottle, and you order it, and it gets to you, and it's not the same.
And
bottle.
It's not your bottle. It's not the bottle exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot of things suggestions that I want to point out that I've experienced. But I also have, I don't know, a dozen or so sites that I've used or go and look at on a frequent basis, and I know a few of you, Bob H. to say one.
He's like the king.
Yeah,
I mean, he knows what he's doing.
He's got all the liquor laws up for every state. He knows who ships where.
Right. So the goal is to actually get you guys to start sharing some sites that maybe you frequent or you watch or you've purchased for, you've had good or bad experiences from. My worst experience was from a wine store. I want to say it was Total Wine. I'd have to go to the receipt. I can't remember the name of the store. I scrolling through and I find a Talisker Distiller's Edition, 1999. Says it right on there, and I'm like, "Nope, getting that bad boy." I'm like, "Holy shit, that's the one I want too!" For $89. Click, sold. I'm stoked. Got the receipt. It says Talisker Distiller's Edition, 1999. Everything's great. Shows up in the mail a week and a half later. I tear open to it at the front door, whip pile out and look. Talisker Distiller's Edition, 2007. What? That's not the bottle I ordered. So I call them, and obviously she says, "Yeah, that's we don't even have the 1999 in stock." I don't know why it says that, but obviously it does, and we're in the wrong. And I'm like, "Well, what do you want to do about it?" She's like, "Well, it's not really worth shipping back and forth. It costs so much." She's like, "How about I knock $20 off of your order?" So I got the 2007 for $69. I'm like, whatever. Okay, that's a good deal. But so, I mean, it happens.
You gotta be careful.
You do have to be careful and be prepared to maybe accept something like that if that's what happens. But I also noticed one thing, that shipping is all over the board.
Yeah. I will say, when I have ordered online, and there's a few sites that I've used, and I'm a little picky about it, because I'll go in and look at particular sites, and there are some sites that have decent shipping. You always have to get 2 bottles, though.
Yeah, because
one bottle is going to kill you, so you almost always have to get 2. And it doesn't have to be, a $300 bottle. I think I've got. When I got that last Parliament that I ordered for Christmas, I think I ordered a Kuboken to come in with that, because we can't find it around here, and they had it, and it was good price, so I just threw it in the cart. It was like, $50 bottle, but I can't find it around here. So, but it balanced out the shipping costs and made it worth my while.
Made it $12 a bottle.
Yeah,
shipping
and
or something.
instead of it being $25 or whatever it was. So I always get 2 bottles, but I am very conscious about the shipping when I'm looking at the sites, because it does add on. So even though that bottle may be a pretty good price. By the time you tack on an extra $10 or $15,
Right.
if it's a cheap bottle, if it's a $40 or $50 bottle, it may not be worth the time unless you can't get it in your market.
That's the key.
But I usually, when I'm on those sites, I'm looking for rare bottles or stuff that's, limited edition, or, older bottles that, the price can kind of be all over the board. So I'm looking for a deal on, like the Parliaments that you just got. I mean, you never know what you're going to get.
I had the same thing with my Deanston 20 that I bought. I don't even know how I got it. I don't. It might have been Bob or somebody, but I found it online. It was 120, and I was like, "What? Is it not really? Is this
right.
Is this really it?" I'll tell you afterwards. When I got it home, I still doubted it for a second, but I got that. I did the same thing. I was like, "Well, I gotta get 2." And usually it's kind of funny in those online sites. I don't know if you guys have seen some, but it's kind of sporadic on what they have out there. It's usually 1 or 2 bottles are like, wow, that's a really good bottle. And then it's like, oh, ain't that stuff. No, that stuff looks good. 4 or 5 pages in.
Or it's a bunch of eclectic stuff that you can't afford anyway.
Right. Crazy.
I would say that I never find the good deals looking for a particular bottle, but there are sites that I go to and just kind of thumb through because I want to go browse, right? Because you never know what you're going to see.
Right. So some of the sites, I want to say Ace is one, Ace Spirits, that every blue moon I'll go out there, and they're running sales that are free shipping on bottles. So I always go to see what bottles are free shipping, because even if they're bottles I can get local, if it's cheaper than I can get local and it's free shipping, it's worth consideration. So I do keep an eye out for that. But obviously, first thing you got to do is check to see if they ship to your state, right? Because
that's a problem.
That's crazy. Some do, some don't. Scott just mentioned that Abbey Whiskey quit shipping to Kansas. It's like, wait a minute, they used to? Explain to me why they don't
now. The laws
now.
have probably gotten more conservative.
I don't understand, but that's number one. And then number 2, you got to look at the pricing on shipping, because yes, usually at least 2. Sometimes the perfect point is like 3 to 4, where it balances out really good, especially if you're shipping from overseas, from Europe.
Yeah.
But those 2 are huge. Obviously, look and make sure. Someone made a comment here. Just because they're advertising something, it's just like my story, doesn't mean that's what you're going to get. See, someone said that they were a couple sites are advertising Tamdu batch 1, a ton of it.
Well, it's not.
It's batch 2 or batch 3,
Right.
And I'm like, now that's kind of bullshit. So what's upsetting about that is you're going for a very specific thing. Talisker Distillers Edition 1999 is what I was going for, and that's not what I got. I wasn't too upset. Now, if I ordered a Tamdu batch 1 and I got a 2,
I'd be pissed.
I'd be pretty pissed. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you're knocking off more than $20 on this. You're damn well going to give it to me, or you're going to freaking pay to ship it home.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want that.
Well, I will say, I think a lot of it depends on the store itself. If they're set up for whiskeys and higher end spirits, if that's what they cater to, then they're going to know what they're talking about. But if it's just some mom and pop shop, you're much more likely to get somebody who doesn't know what they're looking at, which means you could get a good deal, but you could also get not the bottle that they think that it is.
Exactly.
Right.
Well,
So
a lot of people have commented too. I know Hoagie started off and Triple Cap just kind of ended it. It's like, call. If you're ever curious, when you're not sure, like, that's too damn good to be true, I'm going to call you. FYI, I'm going to place this order. Is this really batch 1? Is this really whatever, right? And you're in Talisker, for instance, and they'll check it. Sometimes they just don't know.
You can't actually talk into a phone anymore.
Yeah, maybe
You either have to tap on it or go online. You can't talk in a phone.
Well, there's been a couple of sites that people have mentioned so far that I've never heard of. I think Eric said Cask Cartel or something. Yeah, Cask Cartel.
yeah, I used them before.
Have you used Remedy?
I know that Bob goes to a bunch. I mean, Bob H, if he just drags the bottom of the webs, the internet. I mean, he finds deals.
That dude trolls like that.
Well, Travis
he crab fishes the internet.
Travis was talking about the Netherlands. That's where you got some bottles from the Netherlands at a good price.
Oh wow, Eric. So that's a good point too, and that's I would say over the last year things are getting a lot more legitimate. There's like big stores that are starting to really take part in the online.
Well, and there's a lot
mom and pops.
There's a lot of legislation that's going on to try and loosen some of the stuff up. So we'll see how that all pans out.
There's a lot of money going on more than ever right now, especially with whiskey, and there's a decent price for it. So they're trying to figure out how to make it easier to ship.
I can tell you that, for liquor stores especially, you're talking about big money. Online sales
Wow.
are huge.
So talk to us on that, Adam. I've never had an issue with that. So the customs delay risk, I've never.
Is that because of shipping not through a store, or that shipping?
No,
I check it too.
Or is that what country did you order from? Because I mean, I've ordered from Abby a few times now, and I mean, it's fast. That's pretty damn quick.
Dude, I got that. I ordered it
Last week.
Yeah, and it came in today.
Yeah, and perfect. The packaging is incredible. I mean, their packaging is really good.
I will say that's important too, because we've had. I forget. You got something from somebody that was kind of just like really half-assed packaged. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
What the hell?
But most of the time, everybody has done a really good job.
Right.
I've never had a problem with it.
Remedy, wine and cheese, Potomac. I have not seen that.
You know what we should do? We should put up a Google sheet that everyone can
That's
add
what
to.
I started. That's what that was for.
Is that what that's for?
That's what I started. Yeah, I just called it pricing. That was my own. You should show it. I mean, it's just,
All right.
it's honestly.
Well, we should keep one, and then we can have people edit it.
But can you show it on?
Yeah, I can show it.
I mean, I started a spreadsheet when I first started shopping online because I didn't know anything about it. So I started a spreadsheet and I kept track of every site that I went to, and I started pricing bottles per page. So what's Lagavulin 16 at this site, at this site, at this site, at this site, at this site. Right. So I know where the best deal is, and I tried to keep up on it. I need to add more pages, and what I plan to do is scroll through these comments from everybody and add to that sheet.
I will say it's tough because you're looking for what I would call a staple, right? And trying to something that every store is probably going to carry, so you can kind of compare prices. But to me, they use some of those scotches kind of like milk, in the sense that they'll discount certain items to get you to come in,
absolutely,
and then try and get you to buy that extra 2 or 3 bottles.
And they
change
per site, so you can find your deal.
So we're posting the spreadsheet now.
And this is a little on the old.
Talk through this.
They can't see it. They won't see this.
Right. So basically, the sites are across the top, and those are links. I've got Ace, Wine Chateau, Liquorama, Whiskey Barrel, Whiskey Shop, Shopper's Vineyard, Budget Bottle. All those are links. And then Vine and Tables are local, but I was using them as a baseline.
Yeah, so look at that old Pulley 21, line 12, 194 days, $563 at Whiskey Barrel.
Exactly.
And 180 Whiskey Shop.
And that's not a typo. I mean, that one mom and pop shop had it for freaking $560. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, but you know what? It depends on the state. So if it's hard for them to get, if it's an allocated item and they had to spend more money to get it in, then it is going to be more expensive.
Right. And honestly, when I started that spreadsheet, I did have the idea of saying, man, is there some way we can share this with our subscribers and have people literally on our Google Drive that leave it open so they can edit it.
We can.
Go out there, if you find a new site, throw it out. We don't have to keep track of the pricing per se per bottle. That was just something from that's going to get a little.
It would be kind of cool to go out there. I mean, obviously, we all going to be kind of transparent about some really good deals, but at the same time, you do it first and then share it with us.
Well,
so you get your bottle. It'd be kind of cool.
But it's a crowdsourcing thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like Waze.
Right. So if you go out
liquor
and find a new site,
we call it Lays.
And
yes, we can.
And you buy a new bottle, add the column, add the row, and put the price in there that you got it, so that the next person that might be looking for that knows at least what one person paid for it on one website. Yeah. But I mean, that was the idea behind it. I'm trying to think of some of the other pitfalls. Has anybody else got any like horror stories or like awesome, great deals that you've stumbled on?
You ever got a broken bottle? Anybody got a broken bottle?
I can tell you. So another thing that we've done, and I did it on this last Abbey whiskey. So back up about a couple months ago, Travis Faircloth, who's on, throw you under the bus, Travis, he private messaged me on Facebook at like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was really early. I didn't even really start work yet. Still enjoying coffee, watching the news. I get a Facebook message on my phone from Travis with a link. And I'm like, well, what's going on? And I click it, and it's a single class Glendronach, 25 or 26-year-old Glendronach, right? And he's like, this is going to go fast. And I'm looking at, maybe I was just tired and didn't have time to process spending the money. I'm like, well, I'll go get it. And I went grab the wallet, and I went up and I clicked link, and I freaking boom, I got myself, and I know he had got one. And then I went back to my daily life. Well, about that hour or two later, I'm like, you know what? I better let the guys know about it. It's gone. It's gone in 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh man, I'm a jerk. I didn't share that news with anybody. So this last Abbey whiskey fire sale on Glendronach 21 Parliament last week, I mean, the minute I saw it, I threw the link out there. I texted Oh, these guys! I went out to our
middle of something.
to our Discord, and I put the link out there. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm just sharing the info, guys. I don't know how many they have in inventory, but if you're looking, it's a damn good. It comes out the day before we were in Vine Table, and they had Glendronach Parliament 21 on the shelf for $249.99. I ended up getting 2 bottles of the same juice for. It ended up being about $115 a bottle delivered from Europe.
Yeah, from the Netherlands. I was
Right.
the Netherlands.
Exactly. So I mean, how are you going to miss that? So what my goal is, what I want to say is we need to share this information. So, be on the lookout. I want to start the community of being able to just fire off that information. Say, hey, I don't know what y'all are looking for. I don't know if you're in the market for this bottle, but if it's your sweet spot, here's the deal, right?
I might need to do a
Yeah, I brought it over to share.
Sooner or later I'll get a pull of it, but this Mac is really good, Travis.
It's dense, man.
Wow, this is
Wine and cheese place sucks. There you go. Triple Cam just nixed them. Where's Sean's
47.1.
White Walker? Sean's White Walker's in the toilet.
Man, I got a case
This
for
is
zombie
right.
apocalypse in case I got to burn something. Because you never know, man.
Is
Do
this
that.
shit? Oh, yeah.
Ugh. I almost touched it.
Don't touch that.
So I wanted to see what the comment back was
Whiskey
about
Shop
customs
USA.
delivery.
When it got in my hand, it smelled sweaty.
Well, some of you guys, depending on what states you're in, you may have more limited choices,
Or-
and I mean, there's,
very
more
much so.
options.
There are
or what
states-
country you're in,
There are states where you can't ship any liquor into the state, and so you're
Yeah,
out of luck.
you're screwed. At least until they start changing some laws. So,
Huh. That makes sense, Hoagie.
It smells nice.
It does. I got a lot of
What'd that say?
nutty smell to it too.
Did it go away?
no, it's there.
Right?
Like almond,
Oh, did someone approve it? Yeah, someone approved it so fast.
pistachio.
White Walker is high enough proof to make a decent Molotov cocktail.
So hang on. There's a good question, Glenn McKnight. So I don't know. Does anybody know if there's a good American online store which ships to the UK? I'm on the other side of that, so I can't answer that question.
I don't know.
Somebody should be able to answer that though. Hoagie, have you ever ordered from the States and had it shipped to Germany?
That's
You
good.
want on that one?
I got one on that one.
I would think there's got to be some.
Well, that's good.
Ooh, that's hot.
I would think either in New York or California there'd be some store that would ship overseas.
I'm sure because California's got to be shipping wine to Europe, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, in New York also. But I would think that they would have, there's enough bourbon markets too that they would want to be shipping some of that higher end stuff overseas. So I would think there's got to be some stores that do
We got
it.
a new Discordian.
It's giving that Scotch hug right now.
It is.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
a
stuff's
big
so-
price item stuck in customs from the Netherlands.
So this is a Hazelburn 13-year-old
Well,
Oloroso cask mature.
You know what?
100corks.com.
What?
That's probably another thing, depending on how much the value is that they're claimed when they ship it. I wonder if that flags it differently for customs.
I would be careful about that because we just shipped something to Compass Box to John Glazer about a month ago. It was about a $30 frame with some pictures in it from Hobby Lobby. I mean, we're not talking about value here, man. It's personal pictures. And the UK customs decided to hold it and slap a $75 customs tax on it and obviously Compass Box rejected it when DHL tried to deliver it, which they should have because I had no idea that was going to be slapped on there. And so it wasn't DHL, it was UPS. UPS called me and I literally had to pay it on the spot then to have it delivered again the next day. And I'm like, why would the UK charge me $70 for something that I didn't even pay $70 for?
Because DHL said this is worth $350. Now you got to pay 20% VAT on it. That's what happened.
I'm totally. Telex just gave me a great idea.
Mhm.
I'm totally getting a White Walker shirt with your face on it. White Walker, the Sean edition. That's awesome.
If we only knew somebody that
As
can
long as I get a lightsaber.
Is it a picture of him looking over his shoulder for like peas in the snow?
That would be awesome.
With the White Walker bottle right next to it.
You got to give him the wink, right?
Exactly. It's got to be a wink. Look at his smile.
Ooh, man, that's
a good bottle.
That's
That's
really-
not
Oh, that's
nothing.
wild, man. That's really cool, Triple Cap.
What's that?
It is the 13.
He bought a bottle of Stranger and Stranger, didn't have a bottle, and Compass Box is going to send him a spare box.
Yeah.
So
Where do you get a bottle that didn't have a box around it? That's
Who
weird.
knows? Some
That is
liquor
cool.
store.
That's cool customer service.
Hold on, guys. Brent Rose or Brent Ross. I don't recognize the name, so let's hopefully
I
a
don't.
new person maybe. Anyway, I stopped at 3 stores in Dayton, Ohio area today. They all had about the same thing. I mostly buy when I go to Kentucky and Indiana. You know, and that's funny. I was talking to Keith from Malton Man Cave. He was saying the same thing. He has to go out of state to get decent liquor because Ohio just doesn't have one.
It's just all the same,
Yeah.
right? So what you can buy in Cincinnati is what you're going to buy in Cleveland,
Yeah.
right? It's the same thing, even though it's 500 miles difference. Yeah.
I mean, every state is so different
Right.
about that stuff.
So Brent Ross, why are you driving through Indiana? Why don't you stop by the bar?
Yeah, I mean, we're 2 hours from Dayton. I'm telling you. We go to Dayton every year for a competition.
Still?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 13.
Damn right it is.
Stranger and Stranger is really good, but it's not Scotch.
No,
This
it
is
is
really
malted.
Whiskey product or
No,
some
it
shit.
starts with an S. Something
Spirit.
Spirit.
spirit though.
It's a whiskey
Scotch
spirit.
malt whiskey blended with wheat and barley spirit.
Yeah,
See, that's too hard to remember.
No, I've never checked out that auction. Now this guy's been more of the auction.
You know what?
oh,
Every once in a while I'll get on auctions just to check it out, but I've never actually bought anything from an auction. So I'd like to get into that a little bit more, honestly.
thanks.
Yeah, Chris Hanks wants to take the conversation back to the max.
Oh yeah.
Thanks. He's a new
wow.
subscriber. Thanks for subscribing.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Chris. So
Cheers.
the 3 versions of Mac, I can speak to. And honestly, I actually think I like the Doublewood better than the sherry finish, which is kind of strange.
I like the sherry better than the
I
double.
don't know.
It's just me.
I know.
Why is your phone
likes to
talking,
listen.
man?
My phone is spying on us right now. I'm going to turn this thing off, man.
That's the NSA trying to get their Scotch
It
information.
is.
from
They're
you.
like, what are you buying now?
Yeah, I think the plain old 12. It's just, I mean, sherry, the first one. It's just kind of a.
It's got a special place
it does,
for me.
doesn't it? I mean, it started us off. It's my first Scotch ever, and it's still. You know what was surprising about it is we tried it. You know, probably a year after we started doing those Scotches, and I was like, and then the sulfur came out. I was like, it was okay. I wasn't as keen to it. Then we had it a few weeks ago when we did that lineup again. I was like, it's actually pretty good. I don't know if we've changed it or not, but it was pretty good for
What?
the 12.
The sherry
But you
finish?
know what?
I know. You're right.
Sometimes you
You
just
didn't-
come
you didn't
back
re-
around to
I
that
don't
stuff.
remember it being.
Sometimes you try it and it just doesn't hit your palate, and
Well,
you
yeah.
come back later and it does.
But the thing is, we got to remember, if you go back to some of our early reviews and you re-review them, our opinions really didn't change much. So there's a reason we liked the Macallan 12 when we started drinking whiskey. And we did put it on rock. We had it in the big whiskey glasses, whatever. But at the time, the base liquid was what was providing the quality, and it triggered with us. It captured us.
Okay.
Yep.
And so that is what, so it's not really that much different. I mean,
Yeah, but I did like the sherry better than the double. The double had a little bit of spicy quality to it that I guess
So
I was
what's
just
the
in
third
the mood
version?
for the
probably
sweet.
triple cask.
Do they have a 12 in the triple?
Well, no, that's the third one. Hold on. I'll go
No.
for it.
Double cask and triple cask.
There's no.
And the 12? Triple cask? I thought triple cask started at 15.
I bet Drew's gonna figure
Here
it
we
out.
are. Here we already
If
lost.
only we
us.
had
Somebody's
a-
going to tell us.
Just
a
researched
machine
it. It's already
that-
gone. Right? I can't remember what I had for breakfast. But we'll get
There's
back
actually
to it.
there's a 12, there's
Spirit
an
drink.
18, a 25, a 30. And I didn't put. There's also 240s, a 2016 and 2017.
What are the 3? Oh, there's
And
a 12
triple
triple.
cask.
Triple.
There's in the
There's the
sherry
sherry.
series only. There's a 12, an 18, and 25 in the
Double
The
wood.
double.
We need the triple. We know there's a 12 double.
Double only has the double gold and double has
12.
12,
And
and
then-
then the triple has
Does it have a 12?
12 mature.
I'll be damned. Okay.
Okay.
And a 15 and
We haven't had the 12 matured triple on that, so I can't speak to that, Chris. Right now, and it's close between the 12 and the sherry,
Hey,
but
whiskey
the double
decisions.
wood, I mean. But I right now I'm leaning towards the double wood, and it's funny. because at the end of the day, Bob and I were talking about this yesterday. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Bob and KB get together every Wednesday and do a whiskey Wednesday. And usually when they're a couple drams in, I get a hangouts call from them. We all do. But
So we gotta say
I'm right.
thanks to Whiskey Decisions. He bought us a
Thank you,
virtual
Whiskey
dram.
Decisions.
Whiskey Decisions.
Cheers.
So we,
Thanks,
the,
sir.
That's the Boone 18 that we did a while back with him. Now he wants us to do 25 Highland Park. So
Ooh,
not bad.
HP
I like where he's thinking.
That's a great idea.
my all-time favorite,
Mm.
Highland Park 25. I like that. I mean, I like the sound of it. I think I like the Scotch. But anyway, I
I'm
was
with
talking to
Travis.
Bob about this, and it really, we've said this for 4 years. It really is a journey, you guys. So a year and a half ago, maybe I ran into Bob and KB, and those in New York, neither one of them were touching Isla. Didn't like the Islas, don't want nothing to do with it. You know, all roads lead to Isla, but
Eventually.
I'm also here to tell you,
They come back.
They go
They
back.
do go back, yeah.
It's not the end of the road. It's a journey. You go through this evolution of this is what my
Sometimes
palate
it's
wants
spring
now.
or summer and you don't need a heavy PD.
Right.
and,
I
you
mean, and it's 6 months ago, all I wanted was peat. All I wanted was Isla. Right now, you pour in and I'll drink it, but I'll be like, this just isn't hitting the spot.
You know,
It's just not hitting the
It
mark.
happens.
People ask me, I guarantee you guys do the same thing, right? Because we review Scotch. Like,
Yep.
well, what's your favorite Scotch? I'm like, well, it depends on
Today?
the time of day. It depends on what I did.
Tell me a situation, and I'll tell you my favorite.
Let's have a
Right.
dram and talk about it.
Depends if I had a good poop or not. I mean,
You're correct, Jason. There technically are no roads to lead to Ira. It's a fair.
that's a good
Smart ass.
point.
Depends on how
Smart
bad
ass.
you want it.
You
How
can-
bad you want it.
You need to
I
get
got a
him another
duck boat
dram.
that can make it.
You're just wandering around the boat till it
Yes,
drops you off.
Alex, I can imagine you believe that too.
Yes. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Man, we have some great subscribers.
We do.
The discussion that's going on the stream, and I'm trying to keep up with it.
It's so hard.
Like we can't even get involved, but we don't need to because you guys are all doing
Right.
it. We love it.
So what's coming up next, guys? What's going on?
I see Miss Lee's on.
Lee is on?
You know, I was gonna throw a shout out. I started to
Oh,
read
Lee.
that latest
Say hi, Lee.
blog, and I
I
don't know
haven't
how
had a
old.
chance.
I don't know how old it is. I didn't look at the date. I read through half of it before I had to get on a conference call today, and it was given the Glenn Fiddick 18 small batch reserve.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's a little bit older,
Yeah.
right?
I
But
think that was last week.
how you doing, Lee? It's good to see you on the show.
You've been out of the country, so I guess you get a pass on that.
I was off the radar for a wee bit. I was drinking mezcal and
Yeah,
tequila.
but now you can't give blood for a year, right?
I don't give blood anyway. I have a phobia of
Oh, that's
needles,
right.
dude. I don't come at me with a hypo, I'm gonna punch in the nose. We jump out of a plane, there's no problem. You come at me with a hypodermic
So we
needle.
have a couple people join that I didn't see before. My bourbon journey is on.
Oh, really?
Jason
Yep.
Coates is in. You said that Lee's joined Scotch on the Bayou. It's great.
Speaking
Chris
of
Hanks.
YouTubers and
Cato.
people, there's actually more and more people out there, and I got to put a shout out to. I've actually been watching them quite often. As I Whisky.
I
She
watched
Wine.
them today. I watched their latest video.
They're a lot of
today.
fun.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
if you haven't gone out, go check them out and subscribe to them. They're a good bunch. They're just having fun. I mean, it reminds me of us a long time
I
ago.
absolutely love her facial expressions.
It's great. I mean, just having a good time exploring, and they have coins as well. Apparently,
They do have coins. They showed them off on the
Do they
video I
really?
watched
Yeah, that's
today. Yeah.
great.
So
So they're
Kato's
doing-
off to Scotland in the morning.
Cato.
what?
Kato's on.
Yeah.
10 days?
Dang.
That doesn't seem long enough.
So what are you drinking tonight? That's the question.
A lot of water. Gotta hydrate. Gotta hydrate, man. I feel you. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, hey,
Scott's
James.
leaving too, man. Jeez.
What? We're leaving Sunday
Oh,
for Ireland.
man. I'm jealous.
Oh gosh, he's gonna go up to Glasgow and see, he's gonna see Roy.
Yeah, they're
That's
hanging
awesome.
out.
Lee, what'd you pick up while you were in Denver?
That was
Picked up
funny.
a couple
so-
bottles.
That was really funny. Oh, those guys are funny. Did you have some of this yet?
Which one?
The
The
Hazelburn.
No, I haven't. I guess I will right now.
That's a good, rich,
It's good.
flavorful whiskey.
it's
It's
really
got
good.
enough ABV in it to make it pleasant. Doesn't burn you out, but it's just it's there. It's
Is it?
got great.
I know you keep going like.
I wish I
this.
had more hands.
He's like, it's
Here's
got
here's a
great.
movie quote for you. These look like two strong hands, don't they? Nobody's gonna get that one. See if you get that one.
Of mice and men? Hell, I don't know.
Nope.
Nice and man.
That's a good one. Let's see if we can pull
Gotta
that
read
one
the
off.
book.
Somebody in the comments watching will get that.
I don't think so.
But they will.
If the two dudes sitting up here didn't get it, I don't know.
Okay.
Someone will.
Was there an 80s
I
villain
have
in it?
faith. Oh, it's an 80s one.
So there was a comment.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No. I haven't watched that in a minute.
I know, right?
So Brent Ross, we were talking about going to Dayton. He said he's got family in
Ooh.
Gainesville
No kidding.
and grew up in Lubbock.
Dude, I'm like up there all the time.
Yeah, I mean that's like 30 minutes from us. We could be there.
We need to
If
let us
you're,
know
if,
when
you're
you're
in,
in town.
if you're in town on a Thursday night,
You should just stop by here.
stop by. Join up.
Ooh, Cato's going to Edinburgh. I love that town.
Oh man, I'm so jealous of that.
I am too.
So what's Telex got going on in the after show?
I have no idea.
No, he was
So
doing,
this is a
he
Hazel
posted it
Burn
earlier. I don't remember what he said.
13 Oloroso cask, 47.1. This
It's very nice.
Drew just had Scott
See,
in
Eric?
Kansas pick this up and mail
It's
it
out.
to him so that he could get his hands on it. I don't know how did you stumble onto this? What intrigued you about this? Why did you get it? I mean,
Because we haven't had one.
Actually, it was on our show last week with Rob and a few others. We started talking about stuff, and Rob was going on about how much he loved it, and I was talking to Scott about it, and he's like, "Hey, I think there's some bottles here." I'm like, "Hey, cool. I haven't seen it, so
right.
So there you go.
Now see, this one smells funky to me.
Oh, he's doing Little
How
Mill.
funky is that?
No way.
Wait.
I mean, I
dude.
dare use the word because everybody thinks it's negative, but this smells vomity.
Ball Blair
finally
83
somebody got it."
and a Little Mill
That's Papa
12.
Smurf too.
That's
Never
big time,
ending
man.
Never-ending story. The big rock guy.
Snitches get stitches, Mark.
You guys don't remember that show? That
I
show
remember the
was.
show.
You know what's funny about that show?
What part of the
is
show was that?
It's
Dang.
towards the end where they couldn't.
Coming
Save
from
it.
Scott,
Never
that
ending
scares
Scotch
me.
Comic wants to know where you got that cool
Yeah,
glass.
Well. So we're gonna talk about this in the upcoming
Well,
video.
yeah, we're gonna have a video about
But,
that.
Happy Father's
We'll
Day.
get the box out and we can at least show it off for a second.
Don't think of it as box.
So these glasses showed up today. Yesterday. They were delivered from UPS guy, FedEx or whatever. Dropped them off the door, and
They're
I got
cool.
so my wife is in the office, so I'm home alone working from home. I go out. I have no idea what's at the door. I open it up. I figured it's from her. It's got my name on it. I'm like, what did I do? Right? Did I order something the last time I poured one on and I just don't know it? What did I order?
Because that's a
right?
possibility.
Oh, it's very possible. So I get it upstairs, bust out the pocket knife, cut open the packing slip. It says ordered by Mark, shipped to Mark, right? Sold to Mark, shipped to Mark, sold to Mark. I'm like, you didn't sell it to me. So I open it up and it's these glasses, Highland Tasting Glass by Brilliant. Okay. Anyway, there's 6 of these glasses in it. I'm like, well, what's up with that? So I look at the order form. I go to their website and I click order status, and a little chat window pops up. Hey, we're here to help. And I'm like,
All right.
Excellent.
all right,
I'm
great.
here to have
I'm
questions.
Here, I'm here to get some help. I got questions on an order, right? And I put the order number in. Before I can even ask my question, they ping back, yes, that order was ordered and paid for by Mr. Robert Hammond. Do you know him? I'm like, yes, I do. That's all I need to know.
We're cool.
Thank you very much. Roger that. Shut the window down. And then I pull a glass out of a box and I take a picture and I text it to Bob and I said, well, look familiar.
It's a cool looking glass.
Yeah.
I do like
These were a gift from Bob. And they're interesting because why, Sean? What's the size?
Well, here's the deal. They're almost 7 ounces. All right.
6.75 ounce.
Here's the
glasses.
thing. Like our other, not the Glencairns, but the other glasses that we drink out of are bigger, and I like them because you can get your nose down in it, and it's just got a better feel. Like the Glencairns are a little small in my hand.
Sure.
Right. Like this is more like a rocks glass, but I can still get it, swirled around. I can get my nose down in there and get a good smell. But you know what you can't do? Put a topper on top of it.
Too big.
It's too wide, right? But these It's the best of both worlds.
And it has a stem, so honestly, you can hang them, which you're gonna like. But I mean, they advertise that it has a stem, so you're not holding the bowl of the glass. It has an extra wide bowl.
It's actually a really cool shape.
So yeah, I'm enjoying them so far.
So I'm trying this out as far as the normal whiskey taste. Number one, it's got a nice surface area, so you should be able to get a good nose. It's a little more difficult to get the look at the legs on it,
Right?
Because the shape of it is hard to get all the way higher up without pouring out.
Right.
So that's different. But I think the ability to create that much surface area on the whiskey gives you a really good opportunity.
They're very enjoyable. I mean, the danger on this bar is with that wider bowl, it makes your pour look smaller.
That's like a half-ounce pour right there.
Which means Sean's going to be pouring 4-ounce pours instead of 3.
You got to get enough,
right? It's like, damn, Sean. I mean, but yeah. So they're made from really good quality glass. I'm definitely enjoying them. So Bob, thank you so much. And for all of you that are interested, I think he actually put on there where he found them. So
did you try that?
You're right.
Yes, that Mac.
That Malt Man Secret.
Yeah, it is.
That is a sherry bomb on the nose.
Good.
I haven't even tasted it yet.
So let's see.
And
what you pour back in there.
Not like an Oloroso. It's a sweet, like.
That's a really good one.
Man.
All right, what's my next victim? Why is that sitting? Yeah.
Okay, so my dig on the Hazelburn, I really like the palate, the finish.
Yep. Don't give too much away. We got to do a review on
right. The initial nose, I'll be honest, it to me it smelled vomity. It had that quality of.
But you love vomit.
People take that. I mean, I'm just saying that's what it smelled like, and it doesn't now. Now that it's aired off, and I've been able to
the one next to it
and get some O2 into it.
But no. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like this one. Dusky and deep.
What is that?
It's dusky and deep.
Dusky and deep. It looks dark. Is it dark?
I'll tell you what.
Bob's got his hands on an SMWS.
Yeah, we did that last week, Travis. It's good. It's here too. We'll hit that in a minute.
Is that the Brook?
Yeah,
I'll try that.
Wow, this is really nice.
Bob H just picked up a new SMWS that's gone already, and it's I want to say it's a 21-year-old Glenrothes, and he's just lamenting over it. And I was like, God dang it, why didn't we miss out on that? But I remember him pointing
That's the fun part of the SMWS. Like, there's going to be bottles that you pick up that you, whether you get one or not, you're going to lament over because there's only a limited amount and they're gone.
So this is one of those whiskeys. I'm not a sherry head. He's by far the connoisseur of sherries. But this one I can just sit my nose in.
What, that Mac? That took me a while to drink because I really just thoroughly enjoyed nosing.
It just doesn't remind me of Macallan at all, unless maybe it's that really good quality matured cask. All the sulfur has been burned into the cask, so it
just like a cherry root beer almost.
Is that Macallan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the color on it too. I mean, the color in that glass is beautiful. It's wonderful.
Are you drinking that, Bruglati?
No, I'm still working on that Hazelburn. I'm really. I mean, it's the nose evolved a lot. I'll give it that. I do like the finish on it.
It smells great.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I heard a lot of people say that gets even better with air on it.
I can see that it's doing that in the glass.
What does?
The Hazelburn.
That was a good glass.
That's good glass. That is really good.
Meaty.
Thanks for sending that to us, Travis.
So is it Bruglati meaty or is that Macallan meaty?
Hey, whiskey music.
Probably the
whiskey music.
Whiskey music. That's
I like that.
I like that name.
I dig
welcome
that.
To the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Heck yeah, man. Sure, you might be right on time because Drew's been talking about wanting to do a jam session on a live.
I have been.
He wants to get the keyboard hot.
It's been a minute since I played.
Someone's getting a bug, man. I think he needs to get the band back together, if you know what I mean.
I'm waiting for you to step up to the stage with that Queensrÿche.
So while I was in Mexico, there was a karaoke bar, and a lot of the guys started pouring them on, and I was just serendipity was not hitting them. So I text these guys in the middle, and I'm like, karaoke song ideas, guys, let's go. He's like, Queensrÿche.
Well, no, I started out soft, and you were like, come on, and I'm like, how about Queensrÿche?
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to Queensrÿche. I got that opera voice.
I'm like, you can do the birthday song. Let's see, what else can your voice do? How about Operation Mindcrime?
Hey, there's Bud. We know you're
Hello,
drunk.
boys. I'm drunk.
We saw the big bottle of Weller on Facebook.
You're doing it right then.
Oh boy.
Scotch on the Bayou. Sean's at SNWS, the Glen Grant. I believe it is.
Well,
That was the one that we got.
It's number 55. That's like
No, it's 50.
Lewis has got a good conversation going on with Hogan.
It's Dusky and B. I'll tell you in a second.
All right.
See, he even said, "Oh, he's like Operation Mindcrime." Yeah, I'm not pulling that off. Are you crazy?
I bet if I rang the phone though and you were drunk, you'd sing it.
It's possible.
Hello. Click. Now I'm gonna have to
Oh
listen to
my
that when we
gosh.
get out of here.
You guys are crazy.
That's all put, man. Like,
Now they're all pulling Queensrÿche songs.
I
for you to
know.
do.
Oh, Pulteney.
Stop.
No way. Castranco Pulteney?
Yeah. Yeah.
52 is-
52 is Old Pulteney.
I mean, if you get me started on Queens, like,
Oh wow. Scotch Comic says, I know it's a ways away, but what are you guys thinking for Halloween costumes?
So I forgot what the theme is. My wife comes up with the theme.
I
every
don't
year.
think there's a theme.
I think it's traditional Halloween this year.
I talked to her. She's still on the fence about a bunch of stuff. So I don't know.
Oh, no.
So I don't know. That's
we
a
need
good
to know, 'cause,
question.
man, that's-
Traditional Halloween.
So like your typical vampire,
Ghost,
witch,
Dracula.
ghost, yeah,
Stripper.
stripper, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Sexy
You be the
nurse.
stripper. You be the stripper.
See,
Silent city.
Guys, you know what you do?
Hush
Chippendales.
baby.
Cry.
We
I
need
can
to
do
dress
that
up- we
song.
need to dress
Come
up
on.
as Chippendales, guys.
We're singing.
All right, ignore him.
We'll look like Chris Farley did on Saturday Night Live, right?
We'll walk in like that with the bow ties and the Spanish.
Yeah.
You gotta shave everything, be polished. But yeah.
We need to be other Scotch YouTubers for Halloween.
Oh, we've done
That's a
that.
great idea. We did that. We actually had a little skit we put together and just didn't turn out. But
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah, it was all in fun, but we just didn't want
we
to
thought it was
piss
just too
anybody
much
off,
over the
right?
top. We're like,
Yeah.
nah, nah, nah.
Because we can be chicks,
I
right?
mean, but it really wasn't to be a jerk. It was really done out of just good fun.
It was
and
done
humor.
out of love. It was not done to be spiteful. So
Yeah,
so Steve A doesn't agree with the Chippendales.
absolutely.
Halloween.
So too, that's of course.
I was already thinking about our Halloween trail today when I was out walking the dog. So
That's always epic.
Well,
Epic.
I'm
I was
gonna
a
try.
Velociraptor last year.
Travis,
That
I'm
would've
gonna
got
try the
great.
Brook Lottie as we.
I'm just
get
out of
off here.
curiosity. So if we are the other YouTubers, who should we all be? I'll let you guys kind of put
Who do I
comments.
look like?
Who should be? You should,
oh,
you
dude,
should be a Ralph. I don't know.
I'm totally. I'll tell you what. If we do that, I'll grow a beard to go as Rob. How about that?
Really?
Can you grow like that?
You got Rob?
I could be
You
Ralph.
shave. I've never
With a
seen.
I've never seen you
Maniac.
make
I've
shovel.
never seen you with facial hair.
Hello,
Do it.
malt maniacs. Malt men of.
You're about mashing maniacs. I can't even come close to it.
Sean
Something
equals
tells-
Ralphie.
Something tells me that equals a cease and desist. That's a video pull from YouTube.
Right.
Could be.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
Who's Sarah? Gosh,
Ooh.
no one.
All right, Brook Lottie, private single
Different
cast,
years of
You should be
Ralphie.
Keith.
50%, 16-year-old.
You know what? I could probably pull off Keith.
Keith would be.
Yeah,
You can pull Keith up.
that'd be fun too.
I don't know.
Maybe I could do whiskey whistle.
All right,
Yeah.
so let me see
I
what
can't do
this.
Rob. My beard
let me
doesn't-
see what
my
this
beard
Bob
beard-
doesn't-
Aitken thinks I'm Rob. Is it because of the hat?
Well, the beard, the builder beard.
Maybe.
I don't know if Rob.
Actually, it's funny. I was Rob in that little skit.
You were.
I had a fake beard. It was funny.
Brook Lottie.
We got some skits coming up.
We do have some skits.
I hope we can pull
Andrew
that
needs to
one.
be Bart.
I can do Bart.
Just it.
Yeah, you could do that.
That's that.
You got to go all in.
So this is the Brooklotti.
Brook Lottie really good.
All right,
Oh.
it's 10:59, so the dog's
Is that
coming
it?
over.
It is. It's kind of.
I heard her.
Bell, I guess.
Yes,
There
Hoagie,
she
I
is.
saw that, and I'm
Look at
looking
her.
forward to it
All right.
too. So
She's
make
like,
sure
it's
you're
11.
boisterous and loud and vocal about it when you find out. Something tells me you'll find out before me. 10 seconds left. Hey, in those 10 seconds, keep sharing your online stores that you guys go to. We are going to make this sheet open to everybody, so hopefully I'll share it. It's up to you guys. I'll continue to use it, but Thanks everybody for watching tonight. Check out Telex going over and see what's going on in his show. Guys.
Yep.
Happy Thursday.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks to all you new subs that are watching tonight.
Heck
And
yeah.
for Super
Come
Chat.
back and see
We really
us.
appreciate y'all.
Take care.
Love it.
Thanks, Travis.
Thanks.